Did you miss me? In this video, I am going to show you guys how I cover my acne scars / what an everyday makeup routine would look like for me. And the reason why I say what an everyday makeup would look like for me is because I don't wear makeup every single day. It's too much work. Ain't got time for that. But when I do my makeup, I try to do it as quick as possible. Don't want to be like fussing all over it with all that extra steps. I be watching some girls on YouTube and they be looking good, but it be too many doggone steps. I be getting tired just watching. I try to make it as much as possible. I don't do that highlighting thing. I just feel that me being a happy person, I drink lots of water, I automatically highlight. No, but for real. I don't want this intro to be too long, but I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how I do my everyday makeup. I use minimal brushes, minimal products. I use some drugstore and some high-end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get on to the tutorial / demonstration. Hey everybody. Okay, I want to start off by showing you what I actually washed my face with. And I use the Olay Regenerist Micro Purifying Foam Cleanser. This is my face wash, because I know people are going to ask. And then this is my Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Serum that I put on after. And then after that, I use my Bio Oil as my moisturizer. And then after that, I use my Neutrogena Clear Face Breakout Free Liquid Lotion Sunscreen. And this is SPF 55. And sometimes I use a toner, and my toner of choice is my Witch Hazel, but I don't use it every day. But when I do use it, that's the toner of choice. So now I'm going to start off by sanitizing my hands with my Trader Joe's hand sanitizer, because I do put my hands in my makeup, in some of my makeup, like my DERMABLEND, and you will see soon what I'm talking about. So, you know, you gotta sanitize those hands, you know. So now what I'm gonna do is start off with my Smashbox Photo Finish concealer, not concealer, what am I talking about, my primer. And I use maybe like a dime size or a pea size. I don't know if you can see it because it's clear, but that's it right there. I rub it between my hands. And what I like to do is I like to focus on my scars first. So I put right here, because I break out on each side of my face, and I break out right here, and then a little bit on the forehead. And whatever's left on my hands, I put it everywhere else. So now after I have that on my face, I let it sit maybe like a minute or two or whatever, and usually that's the time that I get all my stuff ready. That's when I go in my closet and get all my makeup. But I have everything in front of me right here, so I don't need to do that. So what I'm going to start off with is my DERMABLEND Professional Covering Cream, what's called Cover Cream. And this also has SPF. It's SPF 30. It's in the color CHROMA 5 Olive Brown. And this is it right here. And the reason why I put my hand sanitizer on is because I stick my finger in here. Because this stuff is so thick, like clay, that a brush is really not going to pick it up. So I just take my middle finger, dig on in there, and go to work. And what I do is I like to just spot treat, like pat like that. I like to just pat on top of the scars, you know. And like you can see it erasing, you know, this is like great stuff. Amazing. Now some people put their their concealer on after they put on their foundation, and you can do that, but I noticed that when I do that, it changes the color of this stuff. It makes it orange. When I put my foundation on and then this stuff, it comes off orange. So I like to put it on first. And you don't have to do it too perfect, because, you know, we're going to be blending with our foundation. And I know I should be using this finger, but I don't have that much control with that finger, so we're going to go back to that one. As long as I'm not pulling, I'm fine. I just got to go under, because I had these crazy looking bags all under my eyes. I've been looking crazy. I can't be looking crazy. It actually comes off like it's highlighting my face too. So that's pretty much what I do. Yeah, my scars are going away pretty good. Yeah, they're not too bad, but I have a couple scars on my forehead, So we're just gonna hide that right there, like that. And then I'm gonna go around my nose because I turn red right here, right here. I get red. That's all that I need, and I've had this for a few months now, and I have this little dent in the middle. So this stuff is good. Now, after that, I would take my Sigma Round Top Kabuki brush F82, right here, it's the round one. And then I'm going to take my Dream Matte Mousse in the color Caramel Dark number 2. Now, you can put this all over your face, right here, this DERMABLEND all over your face, but you're going to look like you have a mask on. It's going to look almost like costume type. So I just like to spot treat and then use my foundation right here to do the rest of the work. And if you want to see them side by side, see, like this has more of a warmness to it, I guess. This is more like olivey if you want. I don't know. You know, y'all can see. But yeah, that's that. Then I'm just going to tap inside my makeup, and then I'm going to go over like this. I'm going to like stipple a little bit the color. Tap some more. Stipple over, and then go under here too. And then stipple on my forehead. And then pretty much I think that's it as far as putting the color on my face. Now it's time to blend. And I don't blend too hard. You just want to blend lightly, because if you blend lightly, that gives you like an airbrush look, so you don't look too, you know, like a doll. Although we want to be cute like a doll, we don't really want to look like a doll, you know. And also when you blend softly, you prevent harsh lines, like from right under your neck. And I have eczema, so there's certain parts of my skin that are darker, like the inside of my elbows, my neck is a little darker. My hands get dark in the wintertime, like my knuckles and stuff, behind my knees, like my back. Like certain parts of my body gets darker because my skin is so bad. So I bring it down my neck, but not all the way down, like I just keep going till it fades. So now, usually what I would do, if it was like in the dead of winter when there's no sun, I would use my MAC Studio Fix in NC50, and I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like, I was about to break this. It looks like this, and you're like, dang, that's bright. I don't know why it looks bright like this, but it really isn't that bright on my face. Not as bright as it looks, but it can be bright. Although it is still cold in Connecticut, the sun is shining, so I'm going to need something a little darker. And what I use is my Bare Minerals in the color Warm Dark W45. And that's a little darker. So I just tap just a little tiny, because I'm kind of using this as setting, so I'm not using this as makeup, so to speak. And you can just use this as makeup if you don't have scars on your face. But if you have scars on your face, you need more than just this, because this don't cover everything. But I'm just putting a little tiny bit. You know, usually you swirl and tap, but I just stipple and tap because I'm just using it to set my face. So I just put some right here, right here, right here, and then I just go like that. And do it very lightly. And this is the F30, the large powder brush by Sigma. Now, sometimes I use my NYX concealer, but I've noticed that I don't really need to use this anymore that much because I use my DERMABLEND. I guess because my dark circles are getting lighter under my eyes, because at one point they were so dark that I had to conceal with this, and then I brightened it back up with this. But I'm not using this today because I haven't used this in a while, so I guess I'm really not needing to brighten up. And plus, if it's like an everyday thing, I don't want this so bright under there if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I just want it to look natural, you know? So that was really quick, and that has completed the actual getting the color on my face. Now the next thing I'm going to do is take my Sleek, this is going to be my Sleek Face Contour Kit in color Dark. I'm going to show it to you. This is the contour, this is the highlight, and then I take my large angled contour brush, my F40 by Sigma, and I just tap a little bit in it because this is dark. So you just tap a little bit in there, you see? Like that, and then I start back here, and I just lightly do that. You know, you see it, you see it. So then I'm done with that part. And then I take the brush and I swirl it on a paper towel, like to get off any excess or whatever. And then I take my INGLOT blush. And dang, I can't remember the name of this blush, but I'm going to use this. I actually use both of them. I tap a little bit in each one. I'll put a little annotation of the name, of the numbers, because they're not names, they're numbers. But I just tap here one time, and tap there one time. There and there. So like that. You can see a little color there. It's like a lot. This stuff is like pigment. It ain't no joke. Smile. Like this. Tap a little bit here and a little here first, because you don't want to swirl all at one time. So a little bit more, a little bit more. Then I take and rub on the paper towel, because that's a lot. And after I rub on the paper towel, then I just blend in that with the contour. And now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I'm going to use my Anastasia brow powder in the color Ebony. I'm not really going to show you guys too much of this process because I have a video on how to do my eyebrows, so if you want to see that, I will link it down below. So now that I have finished my brows as much as I'm going to finish them, I am going to now work on my eyelids, and I'm going to use my NARS primer. I'm just going to put some little dabs on my eyelids like that, and then I'm going to take my Sigma F80 Precision flat brush right here, and I'm just going to blend in like that. Now that that is done, I'm going to take my matte concealer in NC45. This is the Studio Fix, I believe. Yeah, Studio Finish. I'm just going to take a small little brush. This is by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to go under my eyebrows just to give a little highlight, but not like weird, you know. Not to make it look like a clown, but just so it gives that nice, you know, niceness to it. And this is a really good trick, especially if it's time for you to redo your eyebrows and you got these little tiny hairs that you're trying to cover up. It's great. Now it is time for me to move on to my eyeshadow. Now what I like to do, I like to make it as simple as possible, and most days, well, I don't use makeup all the time, but when I do, I like to try to only use one brush, if not maybe two eyeshadow brushes, but we're only going to use one today, and this is the Taper Blending E35 brush. This is right here, this little white fluffy one. So we're only going to use this one brush to do 3 colors. So the colors that we are going to do, we're going to use this color right here, this little goldy color right here. Then we're going to blend the crease with that color on top. And then we're going to use this little chocolate brown over here in the corner. And this is from the It's Judy Time palette from Beach Cosmetics. So we're going to start off with the gold color right there. Put it on that brush, tap off any excess. And then we're just going to cleanly sweep over the eyelid. Doesn't have to be like too perfect, you know, just as long as you get that color on there. I feel sometimes the more that I focus on trying to be so perfect is the time that I mess up. When I just apply it on there, not sloppy, but apply it on there really soft and delicate is when I get the best eyeshadow looks, in my opinion. Okay, so now we are going to take that shading, that transition color with the little brown, and that's how I'm going to remove any harsh lines from my lid to my crease. So this color is barely seen on my eyes, and that's good because I use it to blend, that's all. Now if you're trying to make a perfect eyeshadow look, and it needs to be precise, then of course you're going to use more than one brush. But if you're just trying to go for that beautiful look that's effortless or whatever, you can just use one brush. We're going to take that brown, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to concentrate right here. Wiggle. Take a little more. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then go in the crease just a little bit. There we go. You see how, I don't know if you could tell, but how one eye looks lifted than the other? It's like magic. Okay, I'm done with my eye color. And now I'm going to do my eyeliner, and this is the Super Fat Eye Marker by NYX. And I'm just gonna, I guess I'll speed through this because you guys have seen me do this so many times. Okay, now that I've finished that, I'm going to move on to my mascara, and this is the Benefits They're Real mascara. I love this. Oh yeah. Now for the very last thing. As you guys notice on my channel, I don't really wear lipstick all the time. I really wear lipstick anyway, but I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Lip Gloss in the color Naked. So it just gives a little something, you know. And that is pretty much everything. I try to make it as quick as possible, but I know that this video is probably going to be long because when I edit things, it comes out so long. But I tried to do this as quickly as possible. This is how I would wear my makeup every day if I wore makeup every day, but I don't because I could be taking an extra 10-15 minutes to sleep. If I did do my makeup every day, this is what it would look like. I try to make it as natural as possible, cover my acne scars, but not looking too made up. Like, if you see me in real life, you would kind of still see my scars a little tad bit. They'll almost look like freckles, kinda. So I don't like my acne scars to be completely erased because then it looks too cakey. But this stuff can completely erase your scars if I put 2 layers on there or like make it thick or use a brush. But I like to make it as natural as possible. But this is my look. Everyday look, covering my acne scars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.